All right, fans. Well, good afternoon. Appreciate you tuning in to another Media Day segment. We are here with now the Berry College Volleyball Program head coach Caitlyn Moriarty and Hannah Billiard. My iPad is turned on. I know it's working, though. So, Coach, first off, some really big news for you, expecting a baby boy in February, so congratulations.
Thank you. We're really excited.
There's a video going around on Instagram right now of you telling the team. How cool was that?
Oh, it was probably the hardest secret I've ever had to keep. We've known since May, and it was really important to me to tell the whole team at the same time. And so the first time I had that opportunity was on Tuesday, our first day of preseason. So it was a big relief to get that kind of off my chest, that secret. And it's just, such a big part of my life, and they're such a big part of my life. So something I wanted to share with them.
Well, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Looking back at last season, one of the most successful years that the program has ever had. Of course, winning the SAA regular season, the tournament, going on to the Sweet 16 and the playoffs. How do you build on that success from last year heading into this season?
Well, I think you keep moving forward. We obviously are back for preseason. We have a veteran team, 12 returners, 7 seniors, and 5, really bought-in freshmen already. And we're in between practice sessions right now, and I think they're working equally as hard on getting and improving their minds as well as physically, of course. So just having a kind of a growth mindset and, creating bigger and better goals.
And Hannah, as one of those seniors on that team, first off, what is it like out of that senior class? How you guys are very tight-knit. I don't think that's a secret to anybody who watches this team. So how excited are you to go into your senior year with that group?
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's been really cool. All 7 of us are really different. And so it's been really cool to see how all of us have come together over the past 4 years and grown in our relationships and in our friendships. And a lot of us are living together near each other this year, and so really excited about that. It's just a really cool group. I'm grateful to be a part of such a tight-knit class. And we're excited to be able to lead this team together. So,
we got a couple questions coming in right now from Christina Goforth. What has been your favorite thing about your large class over the years, and then do you have any pregame rituals?
My favorite thing about our large class, I think, has been just like how diverse we are. I was kind of talking about that earlier. We're all really different, and so I think we've grown each other because of our differences, and so we've been able to acclimate to different people that we never would have been friends with before. So that's probably my favorite thing. And then one of our pregame rituals, right before we go out in the locker room, right before we go out onto the court, we all scream "Fat Bottom Girls" together, the chorus from Fat Bottom Girls, and it's super hype. And yeah, that's probably my favorite.
A 10-year tradition. That's a good tradition, though. I like that. Coach, I know that you and JT are really high on this freshman class that you have. What are your thoughts on the freshmen so far?
Yeah, I'm happy that they're finally here. This has been, a 3-year process of recruiting them and getting to know them. And really our team has done a great job over the last year and a half of incorporating them before they've even got to campus. So now that they're here, it's no surprise, I think, to JT and I, as well as our team, of their talent level. I think, last night in practice, we had 2 freshman defenders just taking over practice, and that was really special. And, I think all of them will probably contribute in some way. I think both in their leadership abilities, but also physically. And we're excited to see kind of how they help us grow this season, and also how they make their own path while they're here.
Hannah, blocking has really been a strength of this team as long as the program's been around, but especially the past 2 seasons. You're a big part of that. How do you keep that up heading into this year?
It's a huge focus for our team in practices. Caitlyn was a middle in college, and so she knows her stuff. And so we work on it all of the time, and it's just a huge emphasis. I think, too, as a group, the middles overall, we really hold each other accountable to being good blockers and thinking about the little things and executing in the small ways. And I think that's probably the biggest difference, is that we do think about the small little things, and we hold ourselves to a high standard and each other to a high standard.
We got a couple more questions coming in here. From Jody Billiard, who is your biggest rival, and would you rather beat them at the cage or on their court?
Great question. I think our biggest rival is Emory. Yep, they're a tough team, and we want to beat them all the time.
Yeah.
And we have beaten them on our home court, and it was so much fun.
Yep.
I would love to do it again. I think we have the opportunity this season to do it again, and so we're excited about it. And I would love to do it here in the cage, beat Emory in the cage. So.
How about a favorite memory from a road trip or maybe a tournament that you guys have traveled to?
That's a good question. I think some of my favorite memories have actually been on bus rides. When we play music and dance on bus rides, I think Serena has a really good dance, and she does this in the locker room too. What's that song that she dances to? Body Like a Back Road, yes. And she always does a really good dance to that song, and she does it on the bus and in locker rooms, and I just think it's hilarious. So and I love bus rides because we just chill and hang out, and I don't think everyone can say that they love bus rides, but I really do. So,
Coach, this was kind of a question that I talked to you about last year too, but out-of-conference schedule is very, very tough this year. I don't think that anyone can look at our schedule and say, yeah, they're trying to schedule easy out-of-conference games, because that's definitely not the case. What's the thought process going into that, and then what are your thoughts on the out-of-conference schedule this year?
I think the first thing I think about is we want to play the best teams in Division III. We want to improve. We want to be challenged. Of course, I look at things like location and giving them, experiential opportunities and things like that. We also want to prepare for our conference games by playing some of those really tough out-of-conference opponents. Of course, the easiest way to the NCAA tournament would be, just winning that automatic bid that our conference tournament provides. So preparing for the gruel of, and the grind of the conference season is probably what I'm thinking about. This year, those first 6 games definitely will challenge us. I think obviously being on the road and not being at home, but you know what? We have 7 seniors and a veteran team, really, so it's kind of time to buckle down and decide what kind of team we want to be.
Another good question here from Christina Goforth. What changed this year in terms of the spring preparation and then the summer prep for the team heading into this year? What was different about it?
I think really this senior class, becoming seniors and figuring out what 2018 looked like without our 3 seniors that we were graduating in 2017, and really taking ownership of that, and spent a lot of time in the spring as classes developing our leadership skills, developing relationships on the team, and really developing our mental toughness, our ability to be confident women, both on the volleyball court and in life. And we want to equally train our mind as much as we do our bodies. And so that has been our focus all summer, all spring, and really this preseason. A lot of our goals and a lot of what we're talking about is mental training.
Looking ahead at the SAA this year, I feel like that Barry's a team to beat this season. So what are your thoughts on the league and then heading into league play?
I think if you look at our record from last year, those games were not easy wins by any means. There were certain teams and certain nights where things weren't going our way, and we had to battle extra hard and be really focused. And I love that about the SAA, that it's really anybody's league to win every year. And sure, we would love to be in that conference championship match and have the opportunity again, especially at home would be great, if you could work on that. But I think it takes the continual growth mindset that we've talked about, and just kind of taking it one game at a time. So,
Well, Hannah, too, you look at the conference tournament last year, it was at our place, and a huge amount of community support from the Barry community, from the Rome community. So how awesome was that for you as a player to look up and see a full set of stands watching you guys win it on your home court?
It's one of my favorite things about getting to play here at Barry. The amount of support that we have. When fans come in and get really hyped, it gets us hyped too. And it makes the whole atmosphere so much more fun. It brings us together as a team, and we love to have fun at Berry College Volleyball, and we love to play for each other and get hype. And so when we have that in the fan section too, we're super excited about it. And we were just overwhelmed playing home by the fans and the support, and really grateful for it.
Your teammate Jordan just posted a question here. How has Berry Volleyball helped you during your time at Berry?
Oh, that's a really good question. And it's one that I've been processing through because I'm a senior, which is really weird. But I think more than anything, Berry Volleyball has helped me to grow as a woman and as a person. I think I've grown a lot in my confidence, in my ability to lead and take criticism and feedback and be led as well. And so I'm just really grateful that Caitlyn and JT and all of my teammates pour into me so well, love and support me, but also are willing to provide me with feedback and help me grow in who I am as a person. So
This is an incredibly tight-knit team. I think if any of you guys haven't been to a Berry Volleyball match, the second that you sit down and you start watching this team, you can tell that it's just an incredibly tight-knit group. How has that team chemistry been formed, and how did you get to that point where it seems like it's just a group of sisters, really, that are just out there competing?
I think that's through several things. First of all, Caitlyn and JT are really intentional with recruiting. And so when they bring people into Berry, they ask us for feedback. They ask us, are these kids going to be cultural fits? So that's one thing. Another thing, too, is we are really intentional about growing our relationships with each other. This past summer, we spent 3 weeks out of the summer calling every single person on our team to build relationships. So the incoming freshmen were already part of our family before they even got to Berry. And so it's really intentional cultural building. And we love each other because of it. And I think we would be friends outside of volleyball too, but it is also really intentional relationally.
Coach, how much does that help you as a coach whenever your team is that tight?
I think it is a huge reason that we've had, on paper success. I think, and I shared with them last night, but, my memories of college volleyball when I was a player all had to do with my teammates. And, you don't remember your wins or your losses or things like that. You remember who you had those memories with. And so I wanted, and I still want, and JT does too, to really just make sure they have that same experience, and that the people that they're spending their time with these 4 years are the type of people that, we want them to, and have the same kind of core values and mission and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, Hannah, I promised you a wild card question. So this one is courtesy of your good friend Emily Hancock. And she showed me this video, so I've got to ask you about the is it Billy the Best? And these makeup tutorials.
Yeah, Billy the best
Right.
makeup artist of them all.
So what was the deal with the makeup tutorial videos?
Yeah, so Emily actually is she loves to entertain people. Emily's actually very good at makeup too. So if you want, you should go check out the videos. Check them out on Emily's YouTube channel. She has a really funny peanut butter face makeup video. So really, it's not just me. I think Emily's the one who just really loves to provide entertainment for the general population. So go check out those videos. Make them get viral,
Make them get viral. Well, Berry College Volleyball, they kick off their season. When's your first match? You guys are on the road for a little while, and then
August
back
31st.
home. Yeah, so August 31st will be their first match. Best of luck to you this year. Hopefully we have another SA tournament right here in the cage. Their schedule is online right now. Just go to berryvikings.com, go to the volleyball page, and their schedule is up. Our next Media Day segment is going to be on Tuesday at 2 o'clock with the cross-country team. So, Coach, Hannah, appreciate you joining me, and good luck this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.